Okay, the homework you have, I've written in a couple terms here, but let's go over a couple together. Now, the first one, number 1, is actually x over 7. So if you want to rewrite that, it's x over 7 equals 8. So how would we solve this problem? We just went over it here, right? So we're going to what, Regine? Times 7 over 1 on that side and times 7 here. That crosses out. So x equals 56. Awesome. That's all we're doing. That's the only work I need you to show. Okay? Really not a ton of work. Now we get into some multi-step here in a second. We'll talk a little more about it. Well, let's look at number 6. This is the multi-step one. We did this back in the first quarter, but again, let's look at it again. The first thing we got to do, kind of opposite of PEMDAS, we got to do now, we got to get rid of those like terms, those whole numbers by itself. So the first thing we need to do on number 6 is what? Subtract the 9 from both sides. Okay, so that's going to leave us what? 2x equals 4. Now what do we do? Peyton? Oh, that's it. X equals 2. We can go back in and show our work. We can go 9 plus 2 times 2 equals 13. 9 plus 4 equals 13. Now I'm audio recording this right now as we're talking, and I'll post this on the internet tonight. So it'll be on there, step by step of how we're doing that, if you don't understand it. Just this part right now. So let's look at 7 here. Let's look at 7. 7. We have to put what? The variables on the left and the whole numbers on the right. So we got to do a couple things here. First thing we do on number 7, let's minus 10 and minus 10. So we have 6x equals 5x plus what? 3. Now, is this solved? No, what do we got to do now? Minus what? 5x here. Get that back over to here. And get the x's on one side. So then 6x minus 5x is what? 1x. 1x is the same as x. So the answer here is x equals 3. Let's look at 18. Okay. Remember yesterday on that assignment we talked like terms. We did add a couple of those problems. So let's look at 18. What do we have here? X plus 4x plus 6 plus 11. What are the like terms? Well, x and 4x, right? Which equals what, Morrissey? X and 4x equal? Yeah. 5x plus 6 equals 11. Now what do we got to do here? We got to get, first thing we're going to do is subtract what? The 6 from both sides. So now we have 5x equals 5. Divide both sides by 5. X equals 1. Yeah, we did. Okay? With that minus 6. But you're exactly right. You do the opposite. Okay? Pink one? No, well, you might want to check if I think somebody left the pink one. Okay. Now, yes. 3. No, hold on. Hold on. It's exactly what we just did, though. Now, let's look. 3 is just 1/3 D. So what do you got to do? Multiply each side by what? No. What do we do up here? Multiply each side by? Yeah. 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 On both sides. Yeah. D equals 12. All right. Now, on the back, there's a few word problems. Okay? These word problems should look somewhat familiar to you. Okay? We did these in the first part of the year. Okay? Let's look at number 1. Luke is twice as old as his brother. If their ages added up, if you added their ages, you would get 15. How old is Luke? Well, for a few things here. We know the brother's age, we're going to just say is, who said that? Attaboy. And Luke is actually what? 2x, because he's 2 times his age. Together they equal what? Oh. So how would we write that equation? 2x plus x equals, very good, because their ages added up. So let's do like terms. 2x and x is actually 3x, awesome, equals 15. We divide each side by 3. X equals 5. Let's go back and look at that. Luke and the brother is actually what? How old? 5, and Luke is? Outstanding. Okay, now write that down. Okay, write that down. So number 3 is very similar to that. Okay, I'll kind of start you on number 2, but I'm not going to finish it. Alex weighs 5 pounds more than his dog. Altogether, they weigh 105 pounds. Okay? So, what are we going to use for the variable for the dog? X, D, whatever. We're just got to make sure it's consistent. So, X. Now, here's where we got to make sure here. Alex is going to be what? What? X plus 5. You just can't say 5. Because it's the dog plus 5. Correct? So I'll help you with the equation, then I'll have you solve it. What's the equation going to be? X plus 5 equals, okay, now because here's what's happening. X plus 5, this is actually Alex, and then X is the dog. So then together they add up. Then you have to solve, okay? You should be able to solve for that. Remember, you can add like terms, and that'll get you. Yep. And then you go from there. Okay? Questions? Okay. That is your assignment for tonight, is to finish those 2-word problems, or those 3-word problems, and then finish the front of these particular ones. Well, we've already done one of them, so you have to do the 2, 3, and 4 of the word problems. Okay? All right.